Welcome to the Honor video module on how to manually submit the OGOR Part A using the e-commerce system.
This video is a continuation of the Manually Submit OGOR header video, and you should watch that module before you watch the Manually Submit OGOR Part A, B, C, and validating your OGOR modules.
Once you are in e-commerce, go to the Display Part section and click A.
This will open a new page, OGOR Part A, Well Production.
In the General Report Information section, it will show the report ID, the report status, the override status, and the validation status.
This data was populated by e-commerce and tells you the status of the OGOR.
The data will change if you validate, edit, or override your OGOR.
The next section is Lease Information.
This data was populated by the OGOR Header Data section.
If any data is incorrect, go back to the Header Data section by clicking on the Report button at the top of the page.
The next section is Well Detail Information.
You will enter data on each well in this section, including volumes produced or injected.
If you need to add lines for additional wells, go to the Line Commands section and enter the number of lines in the entry field next to the Add Lines button.
If you need to add more than one line, change the number in the box next to Add Lines, which is defaulted to 1.
In the Line Commands section, you can also copy or delete lines, go to a specific line, and change the number of lines that are displayed.
Next, we will talk about the columns in the Well Detail Information section.
The Action Code field will always default to Add.
Note, you only change the action code if you are going to modify an existing OGOR.
We will cover this in another video series.
The next column is the API Well Number.
This is a 12-digit field. You must complete this field.
The next column is the Production Interval, also known as the Producing Interval. This includes the tubing string and completion code.
The producing interval is an alphanumeric value, such as S01 or C02.
You must complete this field correctly.
See Appendix G of the Minerals Production Reporter Handbook for more information.
The Operator Well Number is an optional field.
It is used as a tool to help you identify the well and does not affect the processing of the report.
The next required field is Well Status.
Click on the drop-down list and select the correct code for each well.
If you are not sure what each code means, put your cursor in the field and go to the top and click Field Help.
The next two columns are the Well Shut-in Reason and Well Action Codes.
For onshore reporters, you may enter a well shut-in reason code, but it is not required.
For offshore reporters, you are required to use these two columns if the well is shut in or temporarily abandoned for the entire month.
Please see Appendix H of the Minerals Production Reporter Handbook for more information.
The next column is Days Produced.
Enter the number of days the well produced or injected for that month.
In this example, the well produced volumes for the full month of December, so we enter 31 in that field.
Wells that are shut in or temporarily abandoned for the entire month should reflect 0 days.
This is a good time to remind you to save early and save often.
The next column is Oil/condensate Production Barrels for oil and condensate production.
Enter the number of barrels of oil or condensate produced by that well for the month.
The next column is gas production, MCF.
Enter the amount of MCF of gas produced by that well for that month.
The next column is water production, barrels.
Enter the number of barrels of water produced by that well for the month.
The final column is injection volumes.
Enter either barrels or MCF injected into the well for the month.
Once you have entered all appropriate data, save the report and then click the Calculate Totals button in the Total Volume section.
E-commerce will then calculate all volumes entered in the Well Detail Information columns for your OGOR Part A.
Then, scroll down to the Authorization Contact/Comment section at the bottom of the page.
Your contact name should automatically appear along with your phone number.
These fields are populated directly from data entered in your eMARF.
If the information is incorrect, you must submit a Modify User eMARF to update the fields as necessary.
When you have completed filling in this part, click the Calculate Totals button, then save the report.
You are now done with OGOR Part A.
You must complete OGOR Part B and Part C, if necessary, prior to validating and sending the OGOR.
We will cover manually submitting the OGOR Parts B, C, and how to validate your OGOR in other videos. Please see our other videos on the Honor channel. We also encourage you to subscribe to the Honor channel for updates and email us if you have any questions or comments. Thank you for your time, and we look forward to seeing you in future modules.